Welcome Tabish, who's a principal coach and founder of Expanders Business Coaching Private Limited. And let us listen from her about her activities, her success stories, and overall life. So, Tabish, please tell us about yourself and your activities.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rajesh. I'm actually so happy to be here, and thank you for reaching out to me and giving me this opportunity. I'm sure, Make You brand is going to scale newer heights every single day. So good luck for you on that. For all of the viewers who are watching me here now, and also those who will keep watching, hopefully, the video again and again and again. My name is Tabish Bibikar, and I'm the founder and principal coach at Expanders Business Coaching. You can actually, hop onto our website to get a little more understanding of what we do. If you visit www.expandersbusinesscoaching.com, that'll give you a little more details on all of our services. But in short, I'm a scale specialist. I actually work with entrepreneurs in small and medium sized businesses. So I focus exclusively on the software side, but we do have other coaches in our company who focus on other different verticals. What we do basically is we work on strategies with entrepreneurs to put the leads, ensure that there are more leads, they have better conversions, they can ensure that their team is far more productive. Overall, strategies to ensure that at the end of it, the entrepreneur has more revenue, more profits, and basically a lot of peace of mind. I think once you have the money, things fall in place. So that's what we do.
Yeah, really, money is honey. It's really good. So tell us about the motivation, how you got the motivation to start this, coaching business of yours.
Well, that's a very interesting question, actually. So I happen to be, I've been all my life employed till, so I started working in the manufacturing industry when I was 19 years old. That's when my journey actually started, doing full-time work in the industry. And I went through the grill and ensured that I learned a lot. So academically, I'm a mechanical engineer, and then I joined a manufacturing company. I learned a lot there, and then I transitioned into IT, and then I learned a lot there for 14 years, so totally about 20 years. And by that time, my husband had actually, he left his job and he started a business on his own. So he was the first time entrepreneur himself. So he was like a first gen entrepreneur. We don't have anybody, in our family who would be in business. And I saw him struggle a lot. So he started his business initially from literally our bedroom. So he had a desk, he had a computer, and that's all. And he got started. That's how the journey actually took off. And I always kept pushing him, saying, why don't you go and sit in some other place, sit in the office, don't sit at home, because he would be at home. And then every time I come back from the office, I'm seeing him lying on the bed. And I would say, why don't you, get an office for yourself and get structured, get a little more organized. And he says, I'm very organized. You only see me sleeping when you're there. Otherwise, I'm on my foot. But I knew, of course, his mind was working a lot more harder than his hands, because that's what we wanted to do. But I saw him, to be honest, struggle a lot. So I think the initial business came in really quickly. So he built up. So starting a business is easy, I would say, for any entrepreneur. It's easy because all you've got to do is, you register a company and you get your company registration certificate. You have a name for yourself. You can call it whatever you like. You can give it your own name. You give it your mom's name, your dad's name, or whatever you fancy, and you get started. But that's the first part of it. What really happens is, once you have a team, you've onboarded a team, the expenses have gone up, and then you start to slowly realize that there's some problem or the other that holds you back from really building that scale. You may have profit, but you may not have cash flow. You have cash flow, but you may be, too high on your expenses and your profits are going down. You may struggle to actually retain an awesome A-player team. And if you have a team, you don't have enough money to pay them. So there's something or the other, and there are multiple hats as a business owner that you keep juggling. And I saw this struggle with him. And at some point in time, he actually then reached out to a professional coach and a mentor to help him. And I saw a transformation that actually happened in his business. So that got me thinking that I think we need to reach out to somebody for help. It's very, very important. When you're stuck in business, when you're stuck actually in any part of your life, if it's as a student, if it's your studies, if you're stuck in, you need to reach out to a coach for that. If you're stuck in personal health, you need to reach out to a doctor. If you're stuck in business, you need to reach out to a professional. And that got me thinking, this is an amazing thing to do. And if you look at the total number of SME companies within India, okay, there are millions of companies, but every 5 years, about 20% of them shut down. That's a large number. They just shut down. To give you just a simple example, when you're walking around on the street, look at the total number of shops that were there earlier, about 5 years ago, and look at the ones that are there open now. It's not like the earlier days, when I was a kid, and I know my parents always talked about, they would have shops open for them, for ages. But now there's so much intense competition. The way we do business is completely changed, and there is hell lot to learn. There's just hell lot to learn. And we have to keep pace with it. So you may be an excellent, techie. You may be a very domain expert, but doesn't mean that you're going to be very, very successful as an entrepreneur. So that scale up that holds you back is what I was very passionate about, taking it out to a much wider audience. How can we impact? So every time I see a shop shut down or a business go down, it really hurts. And I feel I have that kind of knowledge and understanding because the amount of time I spent in the corporate world gave me the background of how to build structure. How to build structure. I was in sales myself. I've done marketing, and I was able to open doors even when I worked for different companies. So I said, why don't I do that? So I actually looked out for an organization that could give me that kind of knowledge. So I signed up with, an organization that's been in coaching for about 27 years now. They're the world's largest business coaching organization. And I said, I need to learn everything that there is on how to help every single business in India to become successful. And that was my passion. I said, let me make everybody successful. If they become successful, I'm successful. They make money, I make money, we're all happy. And that's what got me, moving into becoming a business coach.
So really great. You nicely elaborated your motivation. Now, please tell us about the challenges you faced during this phase of your business expansion and how you convert those challenges into your opportunities.
So, it's every business challenge that you come across is actually a reflection of what I say, a little bit of a limitation that there is in a skill area for yourself. Okay. So instead of pointing, 10 fingers outwards and saying, the problem that I'm facing is because there is a challenge in the industry, there's no business out there, the economy is down, and if there's nobody else to blame, we're really happy blaming the financial minister of the country, or if not nobody, then at least there is the prime minister to blame. And if there's really nobody, people will blame God.